Here in Missouri, we have a state park called the Katy Trail State Park. It's 237 miles, and it's a beautiful trail. Over half the trail follows the original Lewis and Clark Trail, paralleling the Missouri River, and it's just absolutely beautiful. You can see towering river bluffs. The eagles can be circling overhead. We see all kinds of game and wildlife. And then once you leave the river, the trail meanders through some beautiful farmland and small towns, and it's just a wonderful ride. It's flat, scenic. It's great for hiking, running, cycling, and actually horseback riding is allowed on two segments of the trail from Sedalia to Clinton and Tebbets to Portland. There's plans to add a connection to have the trail eventually go all the way to Kansas City via the Rock Island line. The trail came to being with the Rail and Trail Conservancy Project in about 1990, and we were on the trail soon after that was approved. It's now a state park, and it's a real benefit to those of us here in Missouri. People come from all over the country to ride the trail and to hike the trail. I wanted to talk a little bit about the joys that we have. We've gotten to make some very great friends while we're hiking on the trail. And we're more than fair weather hikers. We try to go through all four seasons. And I'm going to provide a few examples of just the friendliness that we have. I'm going to point out where I lost a Gore-Tex glove and then went back the next day. And the etiquette is if you drop something or lose something, it'll be on one of the gates or trailhead markers so that you can find it. Well, yesterday, when I got back to my car after a max effort workout, I discovered that I had dropped one of my gloves. And what I love about our trail etiquette, where we traditionally hike, is that people are pretty considerate about leaving items they find on the posts or in a visible spot. And one of the reasons I came out today was I was pretty sore after the intensity of the workout yesterday through ice and snow, but hey, there's my long lost missing Gore-Tex glove, which I'm thrilled because those are not cheap. And I wanted to talk just a little bit about good trail manners because this has been something that has been less than great. It seems like we have a whole generation of people that have AirPods in their ears and they're riding their bikes oblivious to other people. And the manners are that basically, if you're the overtaking bicyclist, you announce your presence or you use a horn so that we can hold our line or get off the trail. Normally, we try to walk single file, but like I said, not all cyclists are courteous. And so, if you're the overtaking hiker, overtaking bicyclist, and just please let us know you're there. So you'll hear me in the video here where I use a little bell on my bike, and then I usually give a good friendly greeting. The greeting is important because it establishes a friendly atmosphere on the trail. It also allows them to know that you're there so they're not startled or anything like that. And then we've had a case where that friendliness is carried over to when somebody falls or gets hurt, where we can render assistance. We've had bicyclists fall and break collarbones and break arms, and
hey guys,
we've been the ones that help call in the paramedics and locate their position on the trail because they were incapacitated in such a way that they couldn't move. So it really helps to be a friendly person on the trail. And throughout my videos, you'll hear me having a conversation with other people. And like I said, it's been a very good way to meet friends. And then I'm going to show you a video of some of the rock piles. They're also known as cairns. I believe that's the Gaelic pronunciation. And along the Katy Trail, they're not too much of a problem. They're just somebody that probably wants to make an art statement, a New Age statement, or as a practitioner of Zen, where there's a calmness and serenity for them where they stack the rocks. But um, it's not good etiquette to knock down the currents, particularly out west when you're on real hiking trails, because they may be a trail marker. It's not our job to police the wild areas. Um, that's I know that there are some environmentalists that claim that man-made objects have no place in wilderness. It's better to notify the rangers, and if they want to have them taken down, they can. There have been some trail markers that have been actually accidentally taken down. So the whole idea is on any trail, you can take photos, but you don't want to leave any of your personal markers, such as apple cores, trash, um, your spent plastic water bottles, or anything like that. So the point is to leave no mark, leave no footprints. But if you come across a cairn, it depends on the locality. But along the trail here, they're probably just somebody's art form or a religious expression. Um, Another thing is there'll be parts of the trail where taking a dump is not um, handy, but the etiquette is you want to take a long walk, and you might have to be a little creative because there are some side trails and things like that where it's legal to go on those to get off the main trail. Kind of the same courtesy thing is with your dogs. If you're walking your dogs, they should be in control and on a leash. And please bring a plastic bag so you can pack out your pet waste. Nothing's worse than to be walking along on the trail or riding your bike on the trail and run through a pet souvenir. Actually, there are things that are worse. Finally, this is another point of etiquette is more and more we have bicycle riders that are coming along the trail with stereos blaring, and we have been maybe getting photographs of some wildlife or doing a video of wildlife, and as soon as that cyclist comes around the corner with that stereo blaring, the deer will take off, the wild turkey will fly up to a roost or whatever. So again, try to be a little considerate about your volume level on your electronic devices.
Yeah, these guys are my barn cat buddies, and the owners and I are pretty good friends. So we've developed this friendship over a period of time. You sure are pretty kitty. Oh, who's that? Oh, who's that up in the tree there? Who's that up in the tree? That's somebody new. I don't know who you are. New kitty. Now, who do I have here? Oh, that's my dearly beloved D2. Hey, D2, you're so awesome. Yeah, and you got your young friend there. Hey, we miss all the other kitties that used to be here. D2. Oh, it's cat playing time on the trail. Hey, what happened to my D2? Who are you? Oh, you're the male kitty. Yeah.
Well, we paused the video here for some serious kitty back scratching. And on a serious subject, these cats are very definitely loved. They belong to a farmer. They have the sign up announcing, please don't take them. I've actually had people on the trail that thought they were homeless kitties, but they're very definitely part of the farm there. So I've enclosed a picture of the building and the signs. The original Diesel was a really good friend of ours, my wife and myself, for a number of years. He died of old age. Bolt got hit by a car. That's the black kitty on the sign. And so we've been through a couple generations of these kitties, but seriously, please don't take them. They actually belong to this farmer who's been super good to us. We've had fresh eggs and cucumbers from their garden, and that's part of that friendliness that we have along the trail here in Missouri. Just super good people and super good times. In conclusion, my wife and I decided that the trail was important enough that in 1994 we started looking for a house in the proximity of the trail, and we ended up buying a house in the hills overlooking the trail. That was a good decision. We've been able to really have some magical moments in the Missouri, as we call them. And the trail has been kind of a thread that just runs through the fabric of our lives. We've had some wonderfully rich experiences with good friends, and we just thought we'd share our love and passion for the outdoor experience we've had here in the beautiful state of Missouri, and thought that you might enjoy it too. And if you're from the southern part of the state, we call it Missouri. I'm not sure what's correct, but we sure enjoy the times we have here. It's a beautiful place, and there's no place we've run into where you can have the outdoor experience that is just so prevalent here in this state.